So where are you at in terms of what stage of your business? Are you totally launched and you're in the growth stage, or are you in beta? Where are you at, and what are the challenges that you're facing as you move forward?
The product development, like technical, like being available on App Store and all is done. We may have to make few modifications, which is not very difficult. It does not take time, but we are, as we speak, there's a workflow. We have two sites to sell. One is provider and one is the paying user. The paying user for us is the employer. So I'm going after all the attorneys and accountants in downtown Norfolk, and we have a process. I do not just go on day one and try to sell them. So we have a flow of trying to make them understand what it is, kind of bring awareness to them. So the workflow. So we have finished the workflow, and we have finished the questionnaires for different areas, like the employer, attorney is different, accountant is different, property management companies are different. So we want to promote these three, like attorneys, accountants, and property managers. So we have developed a program, like a workflow for each of those categories, and I have the interviews, survey sheets, material, like pitch decks, each product pitch deck for everybody, kind of a thing. So in about a week, we would have done with cold calling attorneys to see what the interest. But I do not want to make the mistake of selling at the first call to everybody. So I want to get validate them, qualify them, see if they're the right fit, see if the company is really offering some kind of cool benefits. The one attorney company that I talked to does not offer any benefits other than health and disability, which is required, and that's it. The other accounting company that I talked to, which was a cold call by me, it's a survey. At first, I just do a survey of, I want to know how many employees you have, what kind of benefits do you look for cool fringe benefits to offer? So what is a cool benefit that you have out in the market that you're not being provided? How open are you to have new? That's it. And then go next week again and try to, hey, remember we talked? I have something that I want to share with you. Can I send you an email? And then go back and then send them a video. Hey, how do you think about videos? So kind of put them into action, and then finally tell them, can you do it? If not, if I'm holding a folder trying to go sell them, the moment somebody is walking at you with a folder, that you're trying to sell it, I'm not interested. So I don't want to be that guy. I want to educate them. I want to go slow process. I'm sorry?
I want to sell you something today. Will you buy my thing? I just met you. Yeah.
All right. I respect you to bring it on.
Yeah, I'm interested in, just from a location standpoint, different areas have more, I think you call them fringe benefits for clients than others. You talked about downtown Norfolk, even just from this region perspective. I'm interested in just what are your thoughts on when this region isn't open to that the same way that a San Francisco would be, or that a market that is more, the appetite is bigger to that, right? So here's the example. You go to a San Francisco startup, right, where all these businesses or a legal firm or whatever, and a lot of these firms offer a ridiculous amount of benefits. They'll do their dry cleaning. They'll give you food every single day. They'll give you ridiculous amounts of coffee. I've lived here 13 years. I'd say I'm pretty into the community here. I haven't seen a lot of companies that are doing stuff like that, right? So I'm interested in your customer discovery here and seeing how it comes out, because my initial guess would be that not a lot of businesses are doing that, but that doesn't mean that the idea that you are going with is the wrong idea. It's just location dependent.
Yeah. Or even the difference between Herndon and here.
That is correct. Totally.
Well, think about the median income here is what, 52K. Up there, it's 130K. I mean, that's a huge difference in just salaries.
You're right. But here's the thing. I'm not in San Francisco. I'm in 757 Startup Studios. I better make it happen here, right? There's no choice. Having said, the people I've talked to, I only done few out of the many right now. One or two of them, I got encouragement. One of the property managers I talked to, he said, yes, I love this. I want to tell it to all property managers, even property managers, you want to have a service to your tenants. Tell them that they their employees doesn't, get this benefit, da da da. And he was fully, into it, and he was gonna promote this to his employer. It's a national company, but he's gonna see what. But the kind of encouragement that I got was good. And out of the 2 calls that I made, a few calls and 2 leads that I got of my cold calling so far, looks good. Like I said, I don't want to sell them at day one.
I'm not trying to discourage you from anything like that, but I'm a big believer in money talks, right?
Exactly.
And so a lot of people can spit a lot of game, and you can go down this rabbit hole that makes you feel like you're super encouraged and that things are going to be great. And at the end of the day, when KarHappy Nick comes up and says, "Hey, this is what I want you to pay," those people are like, "Well, I loved it when I didn't think I was going to have to pay for it." And so my mom used to tell me I was a great singer. I wasn't a great singer, right? And so then I went to try out for singing to be a part of chorus, and the teacher, when basically I went to sing, she's like, "Well, you're a terrible singer." So we get bad advice, is what I'm being told, or we get inaccurate data points from people. So I'm just saying money talks in this situation, and I'm hopeful that your optimism turns into cash and you don't go down a rabbit hole that
well, and to your point though, Zach, I think that even if it's not a B2B play, to me you would be solving a pain point that I would subscribe based on a B2C play.
You are, but then it's an entire different situation where you're getting the employer to promote you, and you hope that employer will promote you that different way. And so
I'm sorry to interrupt you. That was my model when I got here to 757 Studios. It was B2C. I had like a social media campaign, B2C, and I hooked up with 2 guys already. One car wash guy, he's like, "Yes, I'm on," and he signed up. I was all excited. Within 1 week it happened. I was going to fool about it. But mind you guys, there's like startup studios and great mentors, great people. I mean, the ambience here about startup, and I've been advised correctly, and I'm happy I'm going in that direction. And we have mentors and great people in startup wheel, right? So I'm kind of getting good advisement. So I'm going in the right direction. If not, I would have been jumping to B2C, and by now I would have seen it happen. But I do not want to make that mistake of me being aggressive, just go get it. I gotta be.
I'm not saying be aggressive in any kind of way. I'm just saying you can go down a rabbit hole of thinking you're getting good information by talking to someone who's encouraging and saying, "I'm interested in this thing." And then when the money comes out, they basically say, "No, I'm not that interested." And so you can be manipulating what they're saying, thinking it's really great. And it's not at the end of the day, the thing that matters is that they buy your service, right?
Exactly.
They can love you all day, but if they're not going to buy your service, KarHappy doesn't survive. And so
you're right.
That's all I'm saying is just make sure that the data points that you are getting
kind of convert into cash.
Yes.
Correct. I agree. I totally agree. And we will know that in about a couple of weeks, probably, because we just started going through the workflow of identification and engage the customer and then try to sell. So we'll see how that goes in 2 to 3 weeks is max. We would know about it. If not, this pays, like you said, B2C.
Do you have any early indications now in terms of who is more open to your services? Is it the millennials? Is it higher income? Are you looking into that right now?
We do not have enough data point at this point because it's only a couple of weeks that I'm here with this new model of promoting to the employers.
Gotcha.
Right, and it's only 1 week that I finished putting some documents together, changing the pitch deck to the messaging kind of a thing, right? The 30-second elevator pitch to everything got to change, right? So we do not have enough data points at this point, but in a couple weeks, I'm pretty sure we would have.
And that is something that you are actively paying attention to so that as you continue to push your marketing, that you know who your target market is.
That is correct. Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome.
Yeah, because nothing like having some form of marketing, then you pivoting to some extent and your marketing still going out there to the wrong person. countless amount of businesses that I've worked with and myself have done over the years have done that. And it's just like, oh yeah, we're still marketing this thing that we've proven that is fake news, basically. And so it's not
Yes.
a good thing.
Yeah, at this point of 3 to 4 years into this, all this, and with the COVID and all the thing, I have no patience then to just get this happen. You know, it gotta happen. If not, you know, it doesn't. But like I'm saying, I'm going to be all about it and see if that would happen. Like you're right. I mean, until that, like Zach, I totally agree what you said. People are going to love it and all, but when it comes to paying cash, that's when it really counts.
Yeah.
And I want to count on that agreements or a check in my hand. That's what I'm looking forward.
And I say that from experience. That's why I was so animated.
Yes, totally. I agree. I mean, it's not only the employers, even if like I'm selling you something like a mouse, right? Oh, that's a cool mouse. Have you? But do you want to buy it? I'm like, nah, I'm not interested. Hey, you just said, yeah, it's cool, but you know, I don't want to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I totally agree.
Not the right word, right? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I said cool isn't enough, right? In that kind of case,
Yep.
right? My mouse works fine right now, you know, and a cool mouse isn't what I'm looking for. Maybe a cool rat, and that'd be cool, but who knows?
Yeah, we'll know.
I've been directly involved within our entrepreneurial community for years. And the most common question I get is, Tim, I want to get involved, but I don't know what events I should attend. Well, Startwheel eliminates that pain point because we consolidate all the events you should attend into a single calendar. Now you'll be in the know and see where to spend your time. Gone is the need to search multiple websites and calendars. Just head to startwheel.org and see for yourself. That's startwheel.org.